Friends, Romans, Fumerinos, lend us your snouts. I am Tom.
I am Galen.
And we are Cringe. Just kidding, we are 15 minutes of Fume! Was that a cringe?
It was, that was like a cringe. I was cringy.
It is Friday. We have had a long week of working in the lab. We released perfume sniffing content, which is always a challenge. We've been actually doing a lot of work at the lab proper for the first time in forever. It's finally safe to do so, safe enough under the correct circumstances, and it's made me a little perfume mad. I've been like suddenly able to just like sniff and sample, and it's very exciting to just, you know.
We suddenly have the whole world of Beat Palette at our
I can
fingertips again.
see
like, we already have a lot of stuff at home, but like we have everything there.
What is in stock
Yes.
before my eyes. It's revelatory. So today we are sniffing the recent Lunacy perfumes from June. It is now July, but these are from June.
They're still available.
They are still available and will be for some time. It is the Buck Moon and the Duets, and that is what we are poking our noses in today. The label designs this month and t-shirts by Drew Roush are just like chef's kiss. They are the opposite of cringe. They are just
Chef's
super interesting, spooky, weird, quirky, slightly campy. I don't know, like they're just very sweet, and I love that the Buck Moon one is pink.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if that was just a Drew Roush choice or if it was an allusion to that last month's moon also being, I think it was a strawberry moon. The almanac gives different names to different moons. We tend to just go based on what the perfumer wants to do and what ingredients we have in stock, and no amount of begging, pleading, or online caterwauling can sway us from the course. But the Buck Moon 2021 perfume says it is an animalistic and deep scent. This video just became TVMA. An amplification of one's natural musk.
Oh.
Do you feel called out? Coupled with forest herbs, pine pitch, smoky birch tar, cedar berries, dew-kissed juniper, amber moss, deer fir, does not contain actual deer, a hint of clear, warm evening air, and a crystalline, or crystalline, depends if you're Bjork, spark of lunar oil. So, very interesting. We're looking at like a musky, fuzzy, woodsy throwdown in the woods. Galen's got a fan. Are you warm already?
We're just a little warm in these woods.
We talked about how we should just film these with the air conditioner on, and you could just guess our reactions from our facial expressions, which people already do with you, so.
Right.
Ooh. Beth had told me that this oil ended up being toastier than past Buck Moon blends. She's not wrong. There is like a strange toastiness. I wonder where that comes from. Maybe it's something in the smoky birch tar? Or the amber moss?
That is interesting.
It's a little woodsy, it's a little smoky, it's a little toasty. Fascinating.
Like almost like nutty.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, I want one of those fans. Here, you
Here.
take the bottle. Hold on.
Okay, well, that's better.
I've had a few moments on the skin. It really reminds me, between the fur and the toastiness, it reminds me a little bit of Mouse Circus, but without the like over-the-top frisky sweetness of Mouse Circus.
There's something almost, and I don't want this to sound negative because I don't mean it negatively. It's almost like a cereal quality. Like it's just because it's like there's like a warm chewiness to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that? Like, what is that reminding me of?
Yeah.
I like it.
It's-
It's in a good way. Cereal in a good way.
It's furry amber, I think, is what we're dealing with here.
It's so nice.
And musk.
It's way less foresty than I was expecting.
Yes. I
was
mean, maybe
expecting
on the
something
skin
more green.
we'll get there. I mean,
Maybe it's just my natural musk.
I think it's a little more forest resiny, and that's what it is. It's musky and forest resiny. And also, I don't know what's in that lunar oil, but it does give me a tinge of something almost aquatic. I don't know. Like a something...
Salt air?
A little salty. Maybe it's that evening breeze it talked about. So that's what we're dealing with. That's a basic description. We are not, experts. You'd think maybe by now, this being our 96th 15 minutes of fume video, that we would be further along in our perfume describing, but like that's basically I think what you get. Next, something I have been very curious about because we've had a nice spate of blackberry scents recently. We have a burnt sugar and blackberry. Anytime someone's burning the sugar, I'll be sniffing. No. Don't. What a narc. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Wow.
That's like...
it smells like sticking your head in the brown sugar canister. I have one. It used to be an oatmeal canister. Now it has brown sugar in it. And yes, it's got that heavenly, it's like the same blackberry scent from the blackberry and oud, which I have standing by in case I wanted to compare them.
This has like a blackberry pie cooling on the windowsill kind of thing.
Yes, except for we had the blackberry pie as part of the weenies this last year, and that was different. That was like a much more of like a golden crust. And this one really is almost, it's just like a darker.
It's burnt.
Darker and with a little burnt.
You burnt the pie.
It's just the sugar. There's no pie. It's like you didn't even get around to the pie because you burnt the blackberries.
Burnt the sugar. Oh, sorry, I spaced out.
I burnt the filling. That's what it is.
Back to the drawing board.
Oh, it's so great. I can't wait to wear this a lot. It has like just a genuine brown sugar smell to it.
This is really something.
Pretty much on the skin exactly as it was in the bottle. Now I'm going to smell side by side with the blackberry and oud, which is like, oh, of course not as foodie, of course. My brain is glitching out, or is it cringing out? Of course, with the burnt sugar, that makes this one a little more like gourmand, but it still has this like nice dark sophistication, I think, just because blackberry is such a rich dark smell.
It's reminding me more on the skin of like blackberry ice cream than blackberry pie.
Yeah, okay. Well,
that's different.
That's good because it was never pie.
I know. We all know. It's okay that I keep saying it.
It's okay. I mean, it is okay.
It is just what it smells like to me.
It's just what you're saying. Do you want to smell the oud next to it as a comparison?
I don't know. It's just so different.
Yeah. I love being able to track like a particular note through like different twists and turns. They'll probably, I mean, I think they would obviously pair really interestingly together.
They have something in common.
The burniness of the sugar, like the whole brown sugar thing, is less imposing on the skin. And it really, if you're like scared of like super sugary sweet smells, this just isn't one of those. Like it's not smothered by all of that. It's got that tartness and that kind of like rich, almost like I want to say bitter. What is a great way to describe a blackberry? It's like a Buddhist koan. Let us know in the comments.
Tart?
It's kind of, yeah, tart.
I don't know.
But like heavy.
Purple?
Purple. It smells purple.
It does not smell purple.
It smells a little purple.
It will stain your fingers and your teeth. You better watch out. Don't get any on your shirt.
I mean, that's just good advice for perfume in general. Next, we are moving on to frankincense and ginger. So much frankincense lately because of the Hierophant collection. Or is it Hierophant, someone asked me, and I said, in America, it doesn't matter. I love a ginger perfume. This is a really dry ginger. It's like, just like dried ginger root. The frankincense, I think, also earthy, dry, but together they both have this kind of like airborne spiciness.
I like it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. I bet they would smell really good next to the blackberry. I almost said pie. You've got it in my brain. God damn you.
You can say pie.
I would rather not.
I would rather die.
On the skin, it immediately is just kind of like really like warming up, and which of course with the ginger is not too surprising.
And the heat.
It's really dry. It's really astringent. There's like no sweetness added. It's like pure herbal and resin components.
It kind of reminds me of that ginger incense you bought me.
Yes, it does smell like.
I mean, obviously more frankincense.
It is a ginger incense.
But yeah, it's like that's what it's reminding me of. It's just wonderful.
It has like an interesting. I mean, it really does smell like kind of sacred and purifying. I know that's frankincense's whole thing. But like with the ginger, there's something really familiar about the ginger smell that kind of helps explain the frankincense. Frankincense is one of those notes that can be like there's enough variety in it. Not everyone's gonna blind, like know exactly what that is, but with ginger I feel like they would be like, that is ginger. That, madam, is a ginger. Next we're moving on to, oh my god, it's all like warm stuff today. It's like ginger, now it's and pie, and now it's scorched oak and blonde tobacco. Fun fact, the use of the word tobacco in our product copywriting has resulted in many campaign blockages on social media because they think that we are violating, like, you know, the what is it, the ATF guidelines and whatever. We are not selling actual tobacco. These will not get you high. Scorched oak, blonde tobacco, relatively self-explanatory, 2 great scents. It's scorchy, it's oaky, it's blonde. That's what happened to Galen.
Scorchy, oaky, and blonde.
Those are the 3 stooges. Especially on the skin, like that, the scorched quality. It's one of the most burnt smells that I've smelled since like the Burning Books single note that we did years ago for a fundraiser. Just like a really, really great burned wood smell. And the tobacco, at least on the skin for now, wet, is, I would say, like hiding out a bit. But it's just a marvelous burned oak smell. Whew.
I love this one.
And yet there's like this, because of the other, it's like got this like gentility to it, you know, like between the oak and the tobacco, and it's like very dignified, and it's like you're in like a really nice hotel bar that's on fire.
And you don't mind.
And you're just like, you know,
c'est la vie.
Fanning yourself, like, oh.
God, it's hot.
It's warm in here, but it's just exquisite.
I love summer.
I mean, just,
it does smell like a kind of like expensive, fancy hotel bar.
Yes, it's like it's got
fire.
It's like sharp right off the nose, and then like it, but like also has this like rich, mellow quality that's just like, yeah, you're like it's on fire, but you're not like running away because you're just like lingering. You're like, oh, that smells wonderful.
Also, something about just the phrase blonde tobacco really paints a glamorous image.
It really does.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind. I wonder if it's like a blonde roast with like coffee, you know?
Right. I don't like. I do not like blonde roast coffee. I'm a dark roast person, but I do like the sound of it.
What about a blonde roast with dark roots?
Ooh. It's like not even funny.
It's like the burning wood, but the tobacco is actually responsible for making it smell like intriguing and mysterious and kind of classy, which is a word that I hate to use, but there it is. I said it about tobacco, a product with like an extremely complex, nefarious, racist history that still somehow remains just goddamn sexy to smell after all this time. But don't post about it on social media or you will get censured. Okay.
You get the boot.
The boot. The last one we have, we didn't do these in any particular order, it looks like, probably because I knocked over the table, is cardamom and white sandalwood.
Whoa!
Still going back to smell my.
Oh, I was like, and then you put it down.
I know, that's like the pull.
Are you okay?
I know, it really, when you were smelling the blonde tobacco thing yesterday, and I kind of got a whiff of it, Galen cheated.
It's fine.
Galen's, yeah.
I have every right.
Galen wants everyone to know that it's fine that he cheated.
I smelled one of these ahead of time, and I don't think I should be persecuted for it.
Let us know in the comments.
Don't burn me at the stake with the scorched oak and blonde tobacco.
Oh my gosh, so blonde. It would be a shame to watch it go up in flames. Okay, so cardamom and white sandalwood. 15 minutes of digression.
15 minutes of...
Do you want the lid?
Huh?
15 minutes of urgent fanning. That's the
third fanning.
Dakota and Elle's
littlest sister. The littlest fanning.
Short for urgency.
It's a family name.
So after the kind of like kapow of the burnt oak one, scorched oak, this is actually relatively understated. It's kind of a funny one to finish on. It's kind of beguiling and earthy and spicy.
That deep, hearty sandalwood.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like darker and quieter and actually more sophisticated than the flashy hotel lobby. I mean, I don't know if like cardamom says hotel to me, but like it definitely has like, it's weirdly like rich smelling. I think the sandalwood helps take the cardamom out of the realm of like the like cooking scent, you know, like some of the cardamom turns up in some of our scents that are like gourmand, you know, cakey, spicy.
Wow.
And this is like completely removed from the world of the edible.
This is just like an actual spice, but not in a like yummy way.
No. It smells like some kind of like ritual offering. It's smoky without being like on fire, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it just is very like hearty and comforting, solemn, but spicy. Solemn spice. The sixth and less fun Spice Girl who was fired early on because she wouldn't dance.
They would always be like, "Come on, we gotta go on stage," and she's like,
"I'm sorry,
I don't feel like it." And she'd kind of have that faraway look in her eye, and they'd be like, "Hey,
with all the troubles that are facing us in the world today, and you think the solution is for me to dance?"
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Solemn Spice.
They're like, "All right, 5 it is."
We really see you as more of a 5-person group. There really only are 5 spices, aren't there?
Wow.
What do you think?
This one would
blend well together, like of these duets. I like crafting, you know,
friendships.
A quartet.
A quad.
A quartet.
Let's make a quad.
Who would get along?
Well,
you're like the Mean Girl group.
I think that the Cardamom and Sandalwood would actually go well with Buck Moon. Actually, I know that that's not a duet,
what?
But
it probably would.
Now we're just like smelling various places. Like in a
I'm
flurry.
smelling that pie ice cream.
Yeah, that doesn't really, I think, blend that well with almost anything.
No, she's a solo artist.
She deserves a.
She left the Spice Girls on her own.
I do think that the Scorched Oak and the blonde. I do think that the Scorched Oak and the Cardamom situation is probably going to go nicely together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Frankincense and ginger is just like the more that I smell it, the more I love it. I just want that around. So that's wonderful.
Good thing you got it.
Well, I have it. Right. It's easy for me.
You want it around? You got it.
We went to the lab and I got it. I didn't have to pester anyone or arrange a drop off. We just like walked in and I said hello and that was it. And that is also what we have done with the last Unicorn blends, which we will be reviewing next week. We're still missing one. And also Velvet Void by Haute Macabre, which I believe is already out of stock, but is hopefully going to be restocked really soon. So when it is, we will have a video for you to vicariously sniff and decide if it's worth looking into the void.
It is.
It is. Like I wasn't going to bring this back. Anyway, I guess that's it. That's our video for today. Thank you, everyone. We are so happy to keep the ball rolling.
We are so happy.
We will be so happy to turn on the air conditioner again the moment that the record button is unpressed. So let's do that.
Oh my god, okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.